What's up? I'm Ashley, and we're going to be breaking down Yellowjackets, Season 3, Episode 8. But first, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And with that being said, we're going to start things off in the present day. We see Shauna at work, and I thought, when did Shauna get a job? Because we never knew Shauna to have a job, besides bossing people around, and she's never even clocked in for that. She'd be unclocked in, telling people what to do. But when I saw Jackie, I said, oh, never mind. Here we go again. Inside Shauna's psychotic mind. I want to get out. Shauna's on register and she's ringing up body parts, and that's very on brand for her. Wouldn't expect anything less. And dead ass Jackie is still coming for her neck. She tells her, wow, you really did not pan out, huh? So much potential, so little to show for it. Shipman, come on, hurry up. You'll never make Employee of the Month like this. Shauna said, stop calling me Shipman. I hate it. Don't nobody care what you hate. Jackie's like, why did you never say anything if you hate it so much? Shauna's like, is this really what my life's gonna be like? Jackie said, I don't know. I'm dead. You killed me, remember? Then Shauna starts looking up at the ceiling and she sees moths. And that's when Shauna wakes up from her dream that she was having, still parked outside of Alex's house. So she was waiting until daylight to go inside this house. If she's so big and bad, why wait till daylight? Go in there at night. But when she gets out the car, you know she got her knife with her. I don't know why the door was unlocked, but the door was unlocked and Shauna was able to walk right on in, hide inside of the closet to watch Alex, her wife, and her kid. After Alex and the kid leave for the day, the wife, who is Hilary Swank, we don't really know her name yet. We do, but it's not official yet. She knows someone is watching from the closet, so she gets a knife, looks at the closet, and says, I don't know who you are, but you better get out here right now. You have no idea whose house you just walked into. Shauna walked out the closet and said, actually, I'm pretty sure I do. Melissa. Or, sorry, it's Callie now? Melissa Kelly is shocked. She said, Shauna, what are you doing here? Shauna said, what are you doing alive? Put down the knife. So you break inside somebody's house and you want them to put their weapon down to protect themselves after you broke inside their house. But you can keep yours though. Melissa Kelly said, Shauna, I'm not going to talk to you with a knife in your hand. Melissa Kelly tells her, let's both put the knives down, like some sane adults. Shauna said, sane? Like marrying the daughter of a woman we killed and changing your name to Kelly? Shauna tells her she didn't know for sure that she lived there or that she was even alive. How are you alive when we all went to your funeral? Turns out Melissa Kelly left a suicide note, and the cops just took that as it is. They didn't even need a body to confirm it. And I'm kind of surprised that she was able to fake her death so easily, but I guess that's TV. And of course, Shauna has to make everything about her. She said, are you still in love with me? Melissa Kelly said, oh my God, no. Shauna is so self absorbed. Get over yourself, girl. Don't nobody want you but Jeff, and that's questionable. Shauna want to know, why you messing with me? How did you get this tape? Melissa Kelly told her Hannah told her where to find it. She begged me to give it to her daughter if I ever made it back home. But she never gave her the tape because she didn't want her to have to hear that. So she just married her instead. Alex doesn't even know Melissa Kelly's real name. Melissa Kelly's just playing all in her face. I think she picked up these habits from Shauna. She got knives on deck, manipulating people. She crazy, even though she's trying to come off as if she's not. She's still wearing the same backwards hat that she wore out in the wilderness 25 years ago. Shauna told her to sit. So not only you break into my house, pull a knife out on me, you talking to me like a dog too? And Melissa Kelly does it. She sat down. Shauna asked her again, why did you send me the tape? She said she kept it as leverage. She was also not able to sleep after Natalie died, and when she was able to sleep, she would have nightmares. Melissa Kelly's therapist, Barbara, who's not a licensed therapist, told her she was holding on to something, and that's when Melissa Kelly realized it was the tape. So the day of Natalie's funeral, she decided to leave it on Shauna's step so that maybe Shauna would be able to do the same thing. Shauna said, BS. Melissa Kelly's like, it was all in the note that I left with the tape. Shauna doesn't know about a note. We don't even know about a note. So Callie has been holding on to the note. She gave up the tape. but she's still holding on to that note for something. But Shauna still doesn't believe her. She said, "You're lying. You've been trying to kill me." She brings up the phone being left in the bathroom, playing Queen of Hearts, locking her in the freezer, and cutting her brakes. She even accused her of killing Lottie. She said, "You pushed Lottie down the stairs." Melissa Kelly don't know what she's talking about. She said, "Lottie's dead too?" I believe Melissa Kelly didn't do any of this. And for right now, I'm looking at Callie. It could change and it most likely will, but that's just my thought process for right now, in this moment. Melissa Kelly claims to be living a normal, boring life, but Shauna tells her, "No, you're living a lie." That's when Shauna's phone rings and it's Callie, but of course she doesn't answer it. Melissa Kelly asks her, "Does she know what you did and what you're capable of?" Shauna said, "Yeah, she does." Melissa Kelly is shook. She said, "And she still loves you?" Shauna don't know how to do nothing but lie, cut up people, manipulate, and tell you what to do. Melissa Kelly tells Shauna she creates her own problems. Someone probably just forgot and left their phone in the bathroom. Did someone cut your brakes, or is your car just old? Did someone lock you in a freezer, or does freezers just close by themselves unless you prop them open? Did someone kill Lottie, or did Lottie just die because of her lifelong mental health issues? I think all this could be true except the Lottie part. Although it would be pretty funny if later they just show us Lottie falling down the stairs and no one else was involved. But everything hit the fan once Melissa Kelly gets up to get her and Shauna some water. When Melissa Kelly puts Shauna's glass of water down in front of her after Shauna said she didn't want no water, Melissa Kelly tries to grab Shauna's knife. But Shauna grabbed her by the arm so fast it cracked so loud it's probably broke, threw her on the ground, and started punching her in the face. One punch, two punch. Melissa Kelly was able to headbutt Shauna. She was able to get one in, but that was about it. Shauna got back on top of her and bit the skin off her arm, held that piece of skin up in the air and said, "Eat it. Eat it, or else I'll tell your family exactly who you are." Oh my God, you really are insane. She on the floor being held down, acting like this is the first time she ever knew Shauna was insane. But the real question is, do you think she's really going to eat it? While Shauna is out causing havoc, Jeff and Callie are still at the hotel. While they're out eating, the Joes call Jeff over. I don't even know why he went over there because they don't even like him. They still laughing in his face. Yet he's still begging to work with them. He then gets a call from Misty asking, "Where is Shauna?" He's like, "I don't know. I assumed she was with you." She said, "Well, your assumption should be right, but she ditched us at the hospital." He said, "Who in the hospital?" She said, "That don't matter. Where was Shauna the day Lottie died?" He said, "What? Where was Shauna?" He said, "You know, she was with me at your job. What you talking about?" He said, "What's Shauna done now?" Misty doesn't answer him. She just says, "If you see Shauna, tell her to get her ass back here stat." Jeff is freaking out. He said, "Misty! Misty!" She hung up in his face. Jeff is stressed. He gets back to the table with Callie and he's like, "Everything's good. It's good. Everything's good." When they both get back to the hotel room, we see when Callie tried to call Shauna, but Shauna didn't answer. Jeff is leaving Misty a voicemail saying, "What's wrong with Shauna? Call me back." And when he hangs up the phone, he calls her freaky little four-eyed mushroom, then has a whole tantrum on the bed. Callie had to say, "Dad, I need you to pull it together." Callie tells him, "I don't think anyone is after Mom." Jeff said, "Me either. I think all this is in her head." Callie says she has this feeling she just can't explain and that she doesn't know what they did out there to survive, but whatever it is, it messed them up. And whatever happened to Lottie has nothing to do with us. Jeff agrees with her and says, "Pack your things, we're going home." I think the reason why Callie is so sure it has nothing to do with them is because she read that letter. And it probably won't be until the season finale until we find out what's in that letter. While checking out, he runs into the Joes again and says, "My wife ruined the dinner, not me. She hasn't been clinically diagnosed as a crazy person yet, but she is, and she's the reason why you didn't like me. She's the reason why most people don't like anything. She's miserable. I'm not her. Don't give up on me." So we'll see if they give him another chance. I kind of hope they do. At the hospital, Misty calls Shauna to just tell her, "F you. And if you don't hurry up and get back here, You're gonna regret it. While Taissa is being told by the doctor that Van is gonna have to go to hospice. Taissa said, no! But the doctor walked away. She's like, there's nothing else we can do. Misty's like, oh my God, Ty, I'm so sorry. Can I help you with anything? And Taissa's like, yeah, help me find the section in the hospital where people about to die. I said, uh-oh, one of them old people about to clock out just a little early. So Taissa and Misty pull up to this old man's hospital door. They see that he has end stage heart failure and that he's about to die. Taissa says, he's dying anyway. I can't lose Van, and goes inside. She grabs a pillow and she's about to suffocate this old man. Misty's like, wait, hold on. Why are you doing this? But in true Misty form, she's not trying to stop her physically. She's just standing back there watching. But Taissa can't bring herself to do it because that's regular Ty. Other Ty hasn't popped up yet. But all of a sudden, everything in there starts beeping. And she's like, what? Huh? I didn't. Does that count? When she said, does that count? I thought that was so funny. She was serious. Then we get to other Van entering Van's hospital room. She locks the door to where regular Ty can't get in. Regular Ty is begging, please let me in. I need to see her. Other Ty said, I can't. I'm the only one that can help her. You won't do what needs to be done. You never did believe. Walks away from her and leaves her standing there banging on the door. Please, please. Moving on to the wilderness, where Misty has finally found her glasses and Akila and Travis are attempting to get rescued with Kodiak. Akila doesn't think this is right. She thinks that they should wait for the others, but Travis said, no, we can go now and send rescue to get them later. She brings up how Ben was supposed to get them home, and Travis done had enough. He said, listen, you had a messed up dream because you were huffing cave fumes, the same way that I tripped balls on mushrooms. You're not a prophet. I didn't pick you as a seer because I had a vision. I made it up. It was a lie. Now let's go home. Akila is surprised. Kodiak is standing back there like, we leaving or not? But as they're walking away, Akila is leaving around pieces of yarn to trees so that either they'll be able to find their way back or the other girls back at camp will be able to find out where they're going so that they'll be able to find them. Everyone else has Hannah tied down to this nasty airplane seat, asking her all these questions. She tells them that they're a research group studying a species of frogs. Shauna cuts her off. She said, what are people saying about us at home? She said, who are you? Natalie tells her who they are, and it clicked to her, and she said, oh my God, y'all were all over the news. Then Misty comes running up and she says she knows where Akila, Travis, and that other guy are, and that's because of all the clues Akila left on them trees. So everybody runs to go find them because they love a hunt, but they left Taissa to watch Hannah and Cuckoo Lottie. I think Akila was somehow able to hear the group coming in them bushes, which is why she was stalling so long with her shoe, which is why she pulled her gun out on them. She wanted everyone to think she wasn't up to something, like her and Travis wasn't trying to escape with this man, even though she never wanted to leave them behind anyway. Shauna told Kodiak, you're coming back to camp now. Kodiak tries to lie and say that they have a bigger group than just the three of them, but Van said, stop lying. We saw your camp, and you only have 3 sleeping bags inside. Kodiak looking at Travis like, what you gonna do? Help me. Travis know better than that. Travis could do nothing else but aim that bow and arrow right to his face. So Kodiak is at gun and bow and arrow point, and they walk him back to camp. When they get back to camp, Travis and Akila get questioned. Shauna asked them, where were you going? Travis said, to get rescued. So Taissa says, you were just gonna leave us here? Travis starts stuttering, so that's when Akila jumps in and says, we just thought it would be easier as a small group and faster. So Misty said, well, why did you leave a trail behind? And Akila says that was for if he turned on us. Travis is following her lead and says, that way you'd be able to find us and the rescue point either way. Shauna's staring them down. She ready to cut them up, looking for any type of slip up. Natalie then turns to Kodiak, who they've now tied up to the airplane chair too, to ask him how long will it take to get to the rescue point. He says 6 days if you can all keep up. Natalie tells everyone to pack everything they can for 6 days. Then here goes Shauna jumping in. Maybe you didn't hear it the first time, but you're not in charge anymore. Natalie said, it's rescue. But Misty wants to know, what do we do with them after we get to the rescue point? What if they tell people what they saw? Kodiak sitting back there like, I didn't see nothing. Hannah's like, yeah, We'll say whatever you want us to say, says someone tied up. Natalie says we'll decide when we get back what to do with them, but right now, they need to bury their friend. But Natalie is excited. She's like, guys, we can finally go home. We can go home. Lottie gets up and says, no. Lottie, sit your ass down. Natalie said, Jesus Christ. Lottie, what the? Why not? Lottie said, because we don't belong there anymore. Natalie said, oh yeah? Why should we listen to you? Come on, everybody. We got a lot to do. Let's go. And since everyone is excited about going home, we're seeing everyone hallucinate and picturing everything they're going to do when they get back home. While Mari is watching them bury their friend, she's imagining that she's drinking on a Slurpee. Misty imagines she's on an actual toilet with actual toilet paper. And Van imagines she's sleeping in a bed until Thaisa interrupts her, saying, do you think we can still be together when we get back? We've been out here a long time, but it hasn't been that long. Do you really think the world has changed that much? Van isn't worried about it, she's being optimistic. Thaisa is worried about what they're going to have to tell people when they get back, and all of the lies they're going to have to memorize and be on the exact same page about. She's worried about the scientists and knows that they can't trust them. She says, we're going to have to kill them. And even then, someone could slip up when we get home, and everyone would know what we did out here. She says this place will follow us for the rest of our lives. Why is no one thinking about this? Meanwhile, Van looking at her like, and Van thinks getting rescued and going home outweighs all of that. And I agree. She told her, now go get a bag and put something in it. Thaisa walks away, but not completely. She turned around to look back at her. And when she does, that's not Thaisa, that's other Thaisa. And the man with no eyeballs is standing right beside her. What is going on? I thought he was just a man in a commercial. Van and Thaisa are not the only ones having relationship problems. Melissa is mad at Shauna because she's the one that got shot in the arm with a bow and arrow and thinks Shauna didn't care when she saw her bleeding out. I'm thrilled to go home and get away from you. And there goes Shauna with her manipulation skills again. She told her, I knew Jen would get the bleeding under control. And I knew you weren't going to die. And anyway, I know I'm the fastest person on the team, so I wanted to be the one to catch the guy who shot you. You don't have to believe me, but I'm still not ruling out killing him for shooting you. Melissa ate that up. It don't take much. Shauna know good and well she don't care about her bleeding out. She just care about hunting somebody down and cutting them up. She don't care about nothing. Not even her daughter or her husband. She don't. When Melissa starts talking about everything she's excited to do when she gets back home, Shauna starts looking up and she sees a moth. Then it starts flashing to the same moth she saw in her dream as an adult. She snaps out of it when Melissa hands her her knife case, the same one that she has in the present day. Akila hallucinates that all the crops and animals have died, but she snaps out of it when Lottie walks up. Akila's like, are they alive? Are they moving? Lottie's like, yeah, why? Did you see something? Uh-oh. Never let Lottie know. You saw something. When Natalie goes back to the plane to drop off Coach Ben's bag in his seat he was sitting in, she hears a noise and it's the wilderness moving around. So she starts talking to it. She said, we're going home. Got it. Ain't nothing stopping her. So she thinks. When she gets back to camp, they're all ready to go. She threatens Hannah and Kodiak and said, don't play. Get us back home safe. They're like, we won't. We want to go home too. When they're all about to go, Lottie says, I'm staying. Everyone's like, she's crazy. Natalie goes up to her and says, Lottie, it's scary going back. We all gave up on it happening, but this is real. This is rescue. This is home. Lottie told her that's not home. What home do you have to go back to? If I go home, I won't be well. Girl, you're already not well. Natalie said, fine, stay. Everybody else, let's go. Then Shauna says, I'm staying too. Natalie turned around. Oh, fuck's sakes, Shauna. Shauna said she's staying because something just doesn't feel right. Then there goes Thaisa. She stands beside Shauna and Lottie and throws down her bag. Van said, no, no, Ty, pick it up. Pick it up. No way. You're not staying. You're coming with us. Thaisa says whatever Shauna and Lottie has been feeling, she's been feeling since those people arrived. Van said, who cares? Thaisa's still talking about she can't go, she gotta stay. And I believe that's other Ty talking. Natalie goes, is everyone insane? Travis had to jump in and he always quiet. He don't never got nothing to say. He said what isn't right is staying and ignoring rescue. They stressing Natalie out. She said, "You've all lost your minds. The rest of us are going." As they're walking away again, Shauna said, "No, you're not. I know y'all not about to let Shauna punk y'all again. Again from going home. They some fools." Do y'all think Lottie does really feel something and know something not right with them too? Or is she just cuckoo Lottie? I know this is other Ty talking, but what's Shauna's deal? Does she really not want Natalie to lead that bad? What is going on? Huh? What's going on? I had fun watching this episode. It actually had some really funny parts. And I'm looking forward to the next two because each episode so far has just gotten better. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.